Tog, you're it. What the hell? How the hell did you get in this bathroom? Get the hell out of here! Oh, for God's sakes, this is going too far! What the hell? What are you doing? Oh my God, my towel!
Hello everyone, this is the mainstream comic book tag video. I got tagged in a very precarious situation. Let's go on from that. So the first question with this was your favorite ongoing book with one main hero. My favorite one is Batgirl from DC. Marvel, it would be Scarlet Spider, but it's canceled. So, and I don't read any other Marvel books. It has to be Batgirl. I mean, I've been reading that since issue 12 when Batwoman gets started in that, and I just been in love with that book ever since. It's a consistently good book, quality always, except that 0 year tie-in. But it's been a lot of quality. Gail Simone has done such a fantastic job, and it's just like I get the characters always developing. She went from like this unsure, not confident person to really getting confident, to kicking butt, to stepping into that role of Batgirl. It's just great to see that. So I love that book. I look forward to reading it every time. My favorite team book. I don't have one from Marvel or DC right now, but my favorite team book as of right now is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from IDW. It's a fantastic book, and I cannot recommend enough that people pick the damn thing up. I mean, pick it up. It's fantastic. I mean, right now it's a little slower paced, but after what happened, I would expect it. It's fantastic. You have great writing. The art is fantastic. The storytelling, the drama, the action, it just all goes together so well. Characterization is great. I mean, if the City Fall story arc that just happened, I would recommend people check out the trades for that. You will not be disappointed. So that would be my favorite book right now. If you want to go all time for Marvel, it would be Uncanny X-Men. I mean, I'm going on a run with Claremont. I got 126 to 300 straight, and some change above and some change below. And my second my DC pick for all time would probably be Teen Titans. I mean, I remember I used to watch the show like a lot. I used to watch it all the time, and the show was great because it was good for you could sit down and watch it with children, and an adult could sit down and enjoy it. You didn't treat your children like idiots, so that was a good show. And the comic is with Marv Wolfman and George Perez, which I'm planning on making a run on that as well. It was fantastic. Well, was fantastic. I read the Judas Contract, which I really enjoyed. I read the first and second issue, which are really good, and I read at least one of the Trigon issues, which I found fantastic and really creepy too. So that would be DC. My favorite hero from DC is Batman. I mean, it's just someone who's very determined, very strong-willed. He trained himself. He has no superpowers. He's always feels like he's ahead of the game. And that's why I'm kind of like that. I really like being prepared before I get into situations. I'm very strong-willed, and I also kind of moody like he is as well. So I really like Batman from DC. From Marvel, it's Rogue, and it's a superhero. It's a woman, but who cares? A so good character, is a great character. And she's a great character. My favorite superhero from Marvel is Rogue. I mean, she's just fantastic. She kicks so much ass. She can take powers at will. I mean, she's independent. When she's on a team, she still has her mind of her own. She will do and make risks that other people won't do. And she's really independent, and again, it's like I feel like I can relate to her. I find her very relatable because when she was going through like some of her, she had the Carol Danvers personality, and she was going through, an identity crisis, and just feeling, and how in the older issues she kind of felt like she was really unstable because she was like flipping mood like that. I can really relate to that because I can really relate to the identity crisis for sure enough. Being unstable, feel like you're not in control. I feel like that sometimes a lot, because my moods are kind of shift sometimes. There are days when my moods just shift like crazy, and so I can really find a character relatable. Okay, my favorite villain, Doctor Doom, Marvel. No question about it. He's a badass. Outwits the devil in his own realm. Mephisto to rescue his mom. So defeats Beyond the Beyonder, who's essentially was God. I mean, he has his own freaking country, and he's such a very intriguing, interesting character because he's kind of a scumbag in a way, but at the same time, some of his intentions are very noble, and he kind of has this code of honor. So it's like you got this interesting dichotomy there. And from a DC, it's Lex Luthor, and you kind of see how I become the characters and villains that I liked. They're very similar in a way. Lex Luthor is very similar to Doctor Doom in a way. They're kind of scumbags. Both of them are, and they do horrible things, but yet they're kind of multi-layered. Like Lex Luthor has a different layer to him, and it's really interesting to see that. So it would be Lex Luthor from DC. From Marvel or DC, well, back in the day, I mean, Marvel got everyone started, and for me, it would Marvel back issues from Silver, Bronze, Copper. Marvel back issues for sure. Right now, DC. Currently, the coming out with things is DC that I feel like I love them. I mean, Justice League 3000. I just feel that they're more innovative and they're more willing to take risks with things than Marvel. So, DC. Favorite event would be X Men Second Coming, and I went on a love fest with this X Men Second Coming stuff already in many videos. And cheap plug here, check out Epic Moments in Comic Book 11, Epic Moments in Comic Books number 11 that I did. That will tell you why I like X Men Second Coming. But a while ago, I stopped reading comics for about a year or two, current comics, and I wasn't reading anything. And on my birthday, I went to this comic store about the last 3 issues of that event, and I was completely blown away by it, and that's what got me back into reading comics. So I have a special thing, a place in my heart for that as well. So that's why I like that one the best. X Men Second Coming. My least favorite book. I don't have a least favorite book right now. I mean, the books that I like, I pull. I mean, that's just that simple. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna pick it up again. But if I guess to cheat on this, I will say every Avengers book. I mean, I just don't really care for the Avengers. I never have. I really never have cared for the Avengers. I mean, I like even the back issues going back to the 80s. I mean, I like the Under Siege story arc where the Masters of Evil take over the Avengers mansion, and Jarvis gets his ass kicked, Hercules gets sent to the hospital, Wasp and Ant-Man defeat Zordman, Titania, and that's the only really story arc that I really liked. But other than I've never been a big fan of Avengers whatsoever, so I really don't care about any of their books. Don't hate them, but I just don't care. And what comic book do you read that most others hate? This is another one that I don't have that either. I mean, I can cheat on this one a little bit, and I'll say Aphrodite 9. And the reason I will say that is that it's not that people don't hate it, it's that people don't really read it. I mean, no one else really reads that book besides me that I'm seeing. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of people read this on YouTube, so I'm really one of the only ones that may read it. And so not a whole lot of people read it, so that's why I say that's my pick. I mean, it's not that people hate it, just they're really indifferent towards it. So that's my pick. My least favorite comic event would be, I would say AVX, but it's not AVX. It is Spider-Man. One More Day. That whole stupid thing. That, ugh, I could really feel the rage just rise up. I hate that fucking story so much. Oh god, and shameless plug again. If you want to see what I feel about that book, I went over it, why I hate it. Check out Epic Moments in Comic Books number 10. I already went into great detail why I hated it in that video. Check that one out. But let's just say this, that made me stop reading current comics for a year or two. That's what made me stop. And I came back with X-Men Second Coming. But it's just such a bad, oh, man. And my favorite comic book jail, I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone, I mean, it's a place that you could send all your villains. I remember watching the movies growing up, and just seeing Zod and his cronies fly around in that little dimensional portal thing. And it's just such a great place that you could just send all your villains there, and there's no laws in that. So they could go and kill each other, whatever, do whatever they need, whatever they have to each other, whatever they want to kill, whatever. And it's in a different dimension that you send it to that no one cares about. It's a fantastic show. And that's my questions, my answers to these questions. So I had to tag a few people. So the first person I will tag will be Gimpy204. I don't know if he's been tagged yet, and I can't think of anyone else. So, and if you've been tagged already, get on the ball, Gimpy. I'm bringing the Gimp out, and I'm not talking about someone who, handicapped. I mean, bring the Gimp out. So Gimpy204. The second person I will tag will be, let's go with Captain Strangelove. I don't know if he's been tagged. I don't think he has, which will be very shocking to me. But Captain Strangelove, I would like to tag him. And the third person I will tag will be Schmo Daddy. I haven't tagged Schmo Daddy. Yeah, Schmo Daddy too. I think that's someone else that I would like to tag, Schmo Daddy. So the three people I will tag will be Gimpy204, Captain Strangelove, and Schmo Daddy. I'm very happy that I actually got tagged. I was a little bummed out that I wasn't tagged before. And with my emotions unstable, that's not a good thing. And just a warning for you people. If anyone ever tags me again in a shower, I am going to punch you damn guys good. Do you understand? Okay. Goodbye, folks.